Okay, so lesson worksheet 64. Lesson worksheet 64, this is it. So yes, find that page.
Is it class factors fusions?
No, it's lesson worksheet 64.
Okay. When we're done.
No. All right, so we are going to practice some more addition, guys. That's what we did all week, just because I want to make sure that everybody knows what they are doing when it comes to adding. But in this case, you can see that you have to set up the problem, so that's what I want to practice. So number one, oh, I have it right here. Number one is 73 cents plus 15 cents. So guys, remember I told you yesterday, if it's horizontal like this, please set it up. Okay, don't try to add it like this. It'll be very hard to add it like this. So now set it up. Yes, well, that's too big. The bottom portion is for your answer. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up number one. So let's put 73 cents plus 15 cents. Go ahead and set this one up, number one. Yeah.
Miss Lujan?
Huh?
Is it, are we on the first factor or the second?
Number one, the first one. 73 plus 15.
Okay.
No, spell the number. Not that. Spell the number. Okay, guys, y'all make sure you write it small enough to fit here. That bottom portion is where your answer goes.
Oh. Like this. Oh, I know the answer. I mean, 8. 8 plus 1.
I can throw that away.
3.
Okay, we have the problem set up. All right, Dennis, add this one up for us. 73 plus 15.
75 plus 3 equals 8.
3 plus 5
1
is
equals
8.
8.
Okay, do I need to carry over anything?
No.
Nope, this is not a carryover, okay? And then what do I do now?
7 plus 1 which equals 8. So the answer is 88 cents.
Good. Answer is 88 cents for number one. Okay. Number one, 88 cents. All right, let's do box 2.
Can I do this one, Miss Fuji?
Yeah, everybody's going to do one.
Okay.
Okay, so the fact at the top. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're good. The top 29 cents plus 21 cents. So let's set this one up. So 29 cents plus 21 cents. Can you stop doing those things, please? Why you put a 2? It's 29 plus 21. You did 29 like that. It goes like this. Okay, guys, make sure you set it up the right way. So 29 will be 2, 9. And then 21 will be 2, 1. That's what y'all did? Okay. Yep. Okay, just making sure. There's no other way to write it. Yes. Okay, everybody, go ahead and add this one up for us.
9 plus 1 equals 10.
Okay, how do I show 10?
You make a 0.
Okay, we put the 0 and 10 here. And then what?
Then put the 1 on top of the 10s.
Okay, on top of the 2. So guys, just remember, whenever you move that 1, you have to include the 1 in the problem. Now you have to add that 1. Okay, go ahead, Avaya.
2 plus 2 equals 4.
Start with the 1. Start with the 1.
Oh. 1 plus 2 equals 3.
1 plus 2 is 3. Then we add the last one. 3 plus
2 equals 5.
50 cents.
50 cents.
Okay, right, George, 4 times today. What you need? Do your pages in your book and then 4 times. All right, let's do number 3. So 17 cents plus 27 cents. 17 cents plus 27 cents. Let's set it up. Oh, you spell the number 1, O-M-E. Then you spell 5, F-I-V-E, and then 9, N-I. You gotta spell that number. No, that's why they have 3 letters. You put each letter on a line, so O-N-E. Oh. Yeah. All right, so 17 cents plus 27 cents. Okay, Narai, add this one up for us. Okay, 7 plus 7 is 14. I cannot put 14 down here. How do I show 14? Put the 4 and 14 under the 1's place. And put the 1 up here, okay? How do I add the front? Always start with that number you added. So 1 plus 1 equals 2, and then what you add here, add it to your last number, 2 plus 2 is 4, 44 cents. What list are we on, guys? So it's never going to change. If we were on list 11 Monday, we're on list 11 today. I don't know why y'all ask me that every single time. I don't. All right, let's go to number 4. So it just looks a little different, the box, but it's the same exact setup. It just looks a little different. Okay, Carson, this will be yours. 52 cents plus 24 cents. 52 cents plus 24 cents. All right, go ahead and add this one for us. 2 plus 4 is 6. 5 plus 2. And 5 plus 2 is 7, 76 cents. Go ahead and put this one in. In a second. Don't play with me. Because she likes to be foolish, that's why. I think it's funny. Okay, let's go to number 5. No. Yeah, 5. So we have 65 cents plus 25 cents. So let's set it up in the boxes. 65 cents plus 25 cents. Okay, so you're gonna add this one up. So where do we begin? We're gonna begin with 6 and 5. And 6 plus 5. Okay, so we always start in the back and we go from up, top to bottom. So it's 5 plus 6. No, 5 plus 4. 2. Yeah, 5 plus 2. Okay, so there's no way possible to add 5 plus 2 because that would be adding going across. And we don't add that way. So we go from top to bottom. So we do 5 plus 5, which would equal 10. So we will put our 0 for 10. And put the 1 up here. So now we add our front numbers, which would be 1 plus 6 is 7. And then 7 plus 2 is 9. 90 cents. Okay, number 6, 49 cents plus 24 cents. 49 cents plus 24 cents. This is yours, Kinley. Set it up, guys. All right, let's add it up. So start, how do we add this? 9 plus 4 is 13. How do I show 13? Put the 3, and what do I put the 1? Up here to show 13, okay? How do I add it now? 1 plus 4 is 5, and 73 cents. Good. Okay, that's number 6. All right, let's do 7.
The challenge.
All right, so 7 is 16 cents plus 24 cents. 16 cents plus 24 cents. Okay, set it up, guys. Are y'all doing this if I am doing this? Number 7. Okay, just making sure. Okay, go ahead and add it up, Faith. Where do we begin?
Dennis was raising his hand. I can see him.
Okay. All right, go ahead. 6 plus 4 is 10. How do I show 10? Put a 0 here. 1 up here. 1 plus 1 is 2. 40 cents. Awesome. All right, guys, you can do 8 and 9 on your own. Let's see if you can get 8 and 9 by yourself. Go ahead and do 8 and 9. 8 and 9. No. Okay, y'all stop. They're asking you to stop. What did I tell you about that? If someone is asking you to stop, then you stop. You don't keep doing what they're telling you to stop doing. Yes. I already knew that's what you was going to ask. Okay. Because every time he does, you always got to do it too. All right, let's go ahead and add those up. So for number 8, we have 5 cents plus 38 cents. So just check your answer. So 5 plus 8 was 13. So we would have put our 3. Then we put our 1 in the tens place. So then that will be 1 plus 3 is 4. Our answer should have been 43 cents. Is that what we have? No? Okay, what did you do wrong? Oh, okay. So guys, that 5, when it's one number by itself, make sure you put that one number in the ones place, not in the tens place. Oh, so you just added it wrong. Okay. Number 9, 46 cents plus 7 cents. That's another single number. So that 7 should go in the ones place. So 6 plus 7 is 13. We put our 3, carry that 1, and then 1 plus 4 should be 5, 53 cents. All right, good. All right, guys, so that's just getting some extra practice with carrying over. So like I said before, just pay close attention to the facts. That will help you to determine whether or not you carry over, okay? All right, so that's it for our math. Go ahead and get out your reading. Okay, go ahead and get out your reading. We're on page 17 today. 17. Sorry, let's go to 19. 19, page 19, 19. I'm going to go around, guys. Everybody will get a chance to read. All right, let's go ahead and begin. Let's start with A-N-G, ang, and I-N-G, ing. Dennis, you can read those words for us. A-N-G, ang, I-N-G, ing.
Hang, bring, sing, sing, ring, wing, sing, twain.
Okay, good. Avaya, O-N-G, ong, U-N-G, ung. Unmute.
Strong, strong, rung, stung, tongs, lung, swung, stung, song.
Okay. Naraya, O-N-K, onk, U-N-K, unk.
Donkey,
19.
truck, puck, pumpkin, skunk, drunk, skunk, chipmunk. Don't go.
Okay, next one, Carson, L-E, that's like in little.
Yiggle, wiggle, fiddle, puddle, turtle, paddle, pebble, little.
Good. Okay, Jalen, that is I-N-K-E, like in the wing.
Wing.
At the bottom, 19. The words.
Stink. Stink. Blink. See. Drink. Rink. Pink. Ink. Shrink.
Okay, let's go ahead and go to 20. Let's read our next story, Kinley. The morning song. Well, this is a poem, sorry. This is a poem, and then our story comes after that, okay? I'll read the whole page. Were you started?
The morning song. The sun was starting to rise up into the golden sky. A rooster held the sun alone right to the bit of wind confidently. The sun is rising. It is confident. They said it's up and I need to. A zombie peeked right to a crack inside a little mouse shape. The rooster sings the day is new.
Okay, Faith, 21. Son, stop talking. Yep.
Then the mouse rolled on his bed and pulled the cobwebs over his head. Oh, how I would sleep and snore if he would wait 5 minutes. 5 more minutes. 5 minutes more. Just 5 minutes more.
Just a word different. Okay. We're not testing on that, so we're not gonna answer questions. All right, 22. All right, our story. The Mouse House. All right, Dennis. The Mouse House, 22.
One time there was a woodland mouse who lived inside a funny house. It had no doors, it had no floors. The home was Minister Mouse.
Okay, so there's a little mouse who lived in a funny house. It had no doors or floors, but that was his home. So his home is funny. It has no doors, floors. Interesting. Okay, Avaya, 23. You can read the whole thing.
The mouse
When y'all done with
the
everything,
mouse
make
house
sure you
was
get back.
full of weeds and bits of grass and little seeds. There were no chairs, there were no stairs, and yet it seemed to suit his needs. The little mousie had no bed, there was no rooftop overhead, there was no clock, there was no lock,
How many legs?
no lamp. They used the sun instead. No roof, no lock, no clock, no doors, no bed, no chairs, no stairs, no floors. Where was the house of Mr. Mouse? Why in a grassy field outdoors? Done. Art.
Okay, all right. I didn't know what that was. I think only Naraya had heard. Okay, thank you, Avaya, for reading the story, The Mouse House. Okay, guys, so that's it for our stories this week. Those are the stories we'll be testing on this week, okay? All right, let's go ahead and go over science and social studies.
Miss Flugent?
Uh-huh.
After science and social studies, aren't we done?
We're gonna go over spelling, then we'll be done.
Huh?
Oh, we'll go over spelling and then we'll be done. Okay. All right, let's go to your science, page 31. No, we're not doing any of that. All right, so enjoying the plant world. So we're moving on to our next chapter, talking about plants and why plants are important and how they are important. So this is just an intro to plants this week, not anything too complicated. So remember, God created plants before he even made people because he knew we would need plants in order to survive. Get over this. You remember we discussed how plants were made on day 3 when God made everything in creation, and we were made on day 6. So he created plants first. The job of plants is to give us 3 different things. Plants give us oxygen, which we did discuss that already when we talked about the lungs. Plants also give us nutrients. The nutrients, that's why it's important to eat vegetables so that you get nutrients from the plants. And also, plants also give us food. Not only the plant can be the food, but a lot of the food we eat, like meats that we eat, they need plants as well. So everything depends upon plants. Plants give us oxygen. We're able to breathe oxygen from plants. Plants give us nutrients. That's why it's important to eat vegetables. And plants also give us food. Okay, page 32. So we discussed how animals need plants and how we eat some of those animals. For example, cows, right? Not only do we get beef from cows, steak from cows, but also milk and cheese comes from cows as well. Cows eat plants. If there were no plants, cows would not have any plants to eat. We would not have any cows. So we see how plants have cows. Chickens will eat plants because they make eggs, and also we eat chicken as well, right? Chicken you know, fried chicken, or just if you just grilled chicken or something, that comes from chickens, and they eat plants.
Chicken wings.
You have the chicken. Yep, chicken wings as well. Every meat, pretty much every single type of meat, whether it's lamb, whether it is chickens, whether it's turkey, whether it's beef, it comes from it comes from an animal, and that animal depends on plants in order to survive. So vegetables, grain, nuts, and seeds are all plants, and that's a lot of the stuff that they eat. Vegetables, grains, nuts, and seeds. Okay? So on 33, we talked about how there are 4 different parts of every single plant. Okay?
What are you saying, Miss Fusion? We can't hear you. I cannot hear you at all.
Oh, okay. Now you, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So there are 4 parts of the plant. We have the roots, the stem, the leaves, and the flower. Each part is important some way, somehow for the plant to survive. The roots is the part that holds the plant in the ground. It will take water and nutrients from the soil. Then we have the stem, which kind of acts like a straw. The stem will move the water and nutrients to different parts of the plant. We have the leaves, which make food for the plant because the plant needs food in order to survive. And then we have the flower part of the plant, which makes seeds so that more flowers can grow. So if all 4 of those parts are doing their job, then the plant is able to make more seeds, and we'll see more and more of those plants. Some plants don't have flowers. They have what's instead called cones. They have cones, like a pine tree has cones. Okay? So I said you didn't need to know what each part does just yet, because we're going to break down each part. Right now, I just need you to know why we need plants, what plants give us. Yes, and then the 4 parts of the plant. So the test will be very easy on this week because it's basic questions that we kind of already know. Okay? So that's your science, guys. Let's go to our social studies, page 45. Social studies, page 45. So page 45, we're going to talk about colonial America. After Michael, yes.
I think I went too far.
Okay, colonial America. So remember, guys, the Pilgrims had came here to America, and after they had much success, after get a paper. They had much success after they were in America for a while. They had much success. I just said that, and then you all in his face laughing. So yeah.
I don't know how to.
Okay, so after the Pilgrims were in America for some time, of course, the Pilgrims, they began to spread out all along the East Coast. They also had more people that came from England and decided to come and live in America. And a lot of these people ended up buying pieces of land that they called their own territory. And eventually it grew, and now we had 13 colonies, which the colonies are states, but they weren't called states at the time. They were called colonies. So now there are 13 colonies that the people live in, and we looked at that on 46. But anyway, so they're called colonies because a colony is land that is ruled by another country. So yes, they were in America, but they were not in control of everything. England still had control over the colonies, even though they were in a whole different country. They were doing things differently. England still had control over the colonies. And so that's why they're called a colony, because that's too many. That's too many. You just need two. Go put the other ones back. So whenever land is ruled by another country, it's called a colony. So over time, 13 colonies were developed during this time. So on 46, these are the 13 colonies. So we have the yellow portion, which are the New England colonies, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut. Then we have the middle colonies, which are New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania. And then we have the southern colonies, which are Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. These are the 13 colonies. So the Pilgrims spread out throughout the colonies. More people came from England that moved to these colonies, and each colony kind of built their own thing. That's why they all were sectioned off, because they all kind of had different things going on in each colony. So a colony is land ruled by another country. The days of the colonies are called the colonial days. These are the days when America had colonies. Now we have states. We don't have colonies anymore. But when America had colonies, it was called the colonial days, when America had colonies. Okay? And anyone who lived in the colonies at that time was called a colonist. Because remember, guys, the name of the country is not America as well. I keep saying it, but it wasn't named yet. Okay? It was still the New World, and now they call them the colonies. So anyone who lived in the colonies was called a colonist. Let me say that again. A colony is land ruled by another Dutch country. Colonial days are the times of the colonies, and a colonist is someone who lives in the country. Okay? All right, so 47. So then we talked about the different homes you would find in some of the colonies. So we have the clapboard houses, the first box, which are the homes you will find in New England, which is the yellow portion. They had clapboard houses. They were called clapboards because they had boarding, siding that they put around the house. Then we have the log cabins in Pennsylvania and New York. Those are the types of homes they had in New York, the log cabins and in Pennsylvania and New York. Then we have Maryland, which is another middle colony. They had stone houses. So they would get all kinds of different stones, and that's how they would build their house. And then we have, lastly, the southern colonies. They had plantation homes because a lot of them often owned plantations, which are farms, where they had slaves working on the plantation. So yeah, all the different styles of homes reflected where they lived in England. So that's why all the homes were totally different. And they built the home that went best with where they lived, like what piece of land they were living in. Okay, so on 48, we talked about how none of the homes had windows. Instead, they would use either animal skins or oiled paper to build their windows to make as a window. Then we talked about the food. So they did not have a lot of pots and pans. So what they would often do is put all the food together in one pan or pot, and they would cook everything together. So they often grew their own food, right? Remember, Squanto taught them that. So they would often eat a lot of vegetables, and they did have animals where they were able to get meat as well. And so in the winter, they did not have freezers, so they would dry their food, like their beans, their corn. They would dry it so that it would last longer, and they would be able to have it over the winter time as well. So they also knew how to make cornbread. Squatto taught them how to make cornbread. And they did have things like sugar and flour, salt and spices they would get from a little store. There usually wasn't many stores, but we'll talk about how that'll change next week when they start to develop all the colonial shops. Okay, and sometimes the men would go and hunt for food to get what they need. Okay, so that's how the early colonial days were. Things were a lot different, but it's still growing, right? America's still growing because now they're spread out throughout 13 colonies. They started off just in one place, and now they're spread out throughout 13 colonies. Okay, so that's your social studies this week, guys. So science and social studies, your test will be on Friday. Just make sure you are reviewing, okay? All right. Let's go over your spelling, and then we'll be done. Your spelling list 11, page 22. Page 22, list 11. All right, let's go ahead and go over our list. So wallet.
W-A-L-L-E-T. Wallet.
Amaze.
Maze. M-A-M. Amaze.
D-U.
Puzzle.
Count it.
Mark. M-A-R-K-E-D. C-A-L-L-E-D. Call. Afraid. A-F-R-A-I-D. Afraid. Tidy. T-I-D-Y. Tidy. Cancel. C-A-S-T-L-E. Cancel. Added. A-E-D-E-D. Added.
Help.
H-E-L-P-E-D. Help. Penny. P-E-N-N-Y. Penny. Mail. M-A-I-L-E-D. Mail. Every. Every. Very. B-R-Y. Very. Many.
Many, M-A-N-Y. All right, let's look at your Greek and Latin this week.
Oh.
Lord. All right, your Greek words. Iatros.
Iatros.
I-A-T-R-O-S.
Iatros. It means doctor.
Okay, rhinos.
Rhinos. R-A-I-N-O-S. Rhino.
Good. Latin word is circum.
Circum. C-I-R-C-U-M. Circum.
Good. All right, guys, so that's your spelling list this week. Our test will be on Friday. Just make sure you're practicing, okay? All right, guys. Dennis, have a good day. I will see you tomorrow morning for Bible, okay? Bye-bye.